y'all, welcome back to my channel, At Home with Willowberry. Or if you're new, welcome. But where have you been? I'm so happy to see you here. My name is Valerie, and in today's video, we're continuing the renovation of our master bedroom here in our 50-year-old mobile home fixer-upper. It's finally time to start hanging the shiplap up on the bedroom walls, y'all. And then later I make dinner for my family. So if you're interested, then I hope you'll stick around and enjoy the video. How are you all doing today? I sure hope you're feeling happy, healthy, and loved on this beautiful November day. We're doing great. In fact, I'm very excited, y'all, because we're so close to finishing our bedroom renovation. Today we start to install the shiplap boards up on the walls here in our bedroom. We have about 20 boards that have been primed and painted, and we've run out of room to stack the boards in order to paint more. So we decided to go ahead and start installing the boards to make room here in our bedroom so that we can paint the rest of the shiplap boards. It's going to be a long day of hard work installing the boards, and I'm sure by the end of the day we will have worked up quite the appetite. So later I'll be making dinner. Tonight we'll be having fried pork chops, baked potatoes, and broccoli with cheese. Well, if you're ready, let's get right into the video. Well, as you can see, we decided to paint the bedroom wall with a creamy white paint called You, and I love it. It's really going to brighten up the bedroom. I was not a fan of the paneling that was here originally. It was just way too dark, so I wanted something bright and light on the wall since we'll eventually be installing dark flooring. Speaking of flooring, we won't be able to install the Pergo flooring until after we renovate the living room, as I want one continuous floor with no transitions or thresholds in the doorways. So we plan to move back into the bedroom with just the subfloors for now, but that's okay. I have a beautiful area rug that we'll use to cover most of the subfloor. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little disappointed that it won't be a completely renovated bedroom when we move back in. It's definitely going to be a work in progress, that's for sure. The first 3 rows are going to be the hardest to install, as there is a lot of cutting involved in order for the boards to be level. Tim also has to cut out for the electric outlets, which is a little bit tedious, but after that it should be pretty easy to get the boards up on the wall. I tell you what, it's such a blessing to have a husband who is so handy. He always makes the work look so easy, that's for sure. Like I mentioned before, we have about 20 boards ready to install, but I won't be able to film the whole process. I have to take my son to an appointment, and then later I'll be making dinner. But Tim will be working hard all day to install all 20 boards. I'll be sure to show you what it looks like after the first 20 boards are up on the wall, so stay tuned for that. I don't know if you've noticed, but Max and Willow have been super loving today. They've wanted tons of attention from Tim every time he gets down on the floor. They are so sweet, that's for sure. Well, I just got back from taking my son to his appointment, and I was pleasantly surprised by how much progress Tim made while I was gone. He finished most of the boards that had to be cut out around the electric outlets. The wall is looking great so far, and I can't wait to see it completely finished. It's going to be so awesome. After the walls go up, all that's left to finish the bedroom renovation will be to frame out around the windows and hang the bedroom and bathroom doors. Oh, and hang the ceiling light. It looks like I might be getting the best Christmas present ever this year, and that's being able to move back into our bedroom, and I can't wait. Once we finish the bedroom renovation, we'll then start on the bathroom renovation. And needless to say, that's going to be a big old project. There's a lot of plumbing work that needs to be tackled, but I know Tim can do it no problem. All right, well, let's keep trucking along. We still have a lot of boards to get up on the walls. pretty sure we're going to take a break from gardening next spring. I'd really like to focus on the mobile home renovations for now. If we can finish the bedroom by Christmas and the bathroom by spring, then we can begin work on the living room. Who knows, if we work real hard, we might even get to a point that we can begin renovating the kitchen before the end of next year. That would be amazing. Of course, I'm just daydreaming at the moment. It really just depends on how long the bathroom reno takes, and it depends on the weather. If you'll remember, we were snowed in this past January for about a month, which put us behind in renovating Granny's bathroom. Depending on the weather, and taking a break from working outside this spring, and if we work real hard, we should see great progress in our renovations in this upcoming year. Well, y'all, it's getting late in the afternoon, and I'm going to have to go get dinner started soon. But Tim is going to keep working on the shiplap walls until he runs out of painted boards. But don't worry, I'll be sure to include a clip of the progress that we've made so far. The shiplap walls look amazing. I'm really happy with our progress today. Tim is still hard at work, but it's time for me to make dinner. I'll make sure to give y'all another glimpse at the progress he makes while I'm here in the kitchen. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and wash some potatoes so I can get them wrapped in aluminum foil and in the oven to bake. Tonight I'm making broccoli with cheese sauce. I'll steam the broccoli a bit later, but I want to go ahead and get it ready now so that I don't have to mess with it while I'm frying the pork chops. Tonight I'll be pan frying some thin breaded pork chops. I'm going to season the pork chops with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and smoked paprika. After I season the pork chops, I'll then prepare the eggs and seasoned breadcrumbs. Our chickens have slowed down on their egg production, but I still have a few, so that's what I'll be using tonight. Alright, well let's get the pork chops ready to fry. and I have been listening to Christmas music all day. The boys came home from school and couldn't believe we were playing Christmas music. They said it's not December yet. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I'm already in the Christmas spirit, and I don't see anything wrong with playing a few Christmas songs in November, so I thought I'd include a few here in today's video as well. Alright, well it's time to fry some pork chops. I'll first dredge the chops in some flour. I'll then dip them in eggs and then cover them with breadcrumbs. I'll then fry them in some olive oil and a little butter until they are golden brown. While the pork chops are cooking, I'll go ahead and make the cheese sauce. For my cheese sauce, I'm following a recipe I found on spinwithpennies.com, which I'll leave linked down below. Alright, y'all. I've heated some milk and a little cornstarch until the milk thickened up, and then I turned it down to low. Now I'm adding the cheese. The recipe calls for grated Parmesan cheese and cheddar cheese, and I'm just going to stir in the cheese until it's melted. Dinner's coming right along, y'all. I just have a few more pork chops to fry up, and once they're done frying, then dinner will be ready. Dinner is ready, y'all, and man does it smell delicious. I'm going to go ahead and make Tim a plate. After all his hard work today, well, I know he's ready to eat. Well, y'all, dinner was very good. But now I want to show you what all Tim accomplished this afternoon. He worked so hard on the wall and it looks amazing. Now we're ready to prime and paint some more shiplap boards. Well, y'all, I guess that's about it for another video. I sure hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. And I sure hope you all have a great week ahead, and I can't wait to talk to you again real soon. Bye, y'all.